we're going to look at how to move a parabola. Okay, so here's my basic parabola, y equals x squared. Remember, from the vertex, that nice rounded bottom, we go across 1 and up 1 squared, which is 1. From the vertex across 2 and up 2 squared, which is 4. And from the vertex across 3 and up 3 squared, which is 9. Now I can move that whole shape up or down simply by changing the equation, adding or subtracting something to the x squared. So let's have a look at y equals x squared plus 2. This is going to move the whole parabola up by 2. When x is 0, 0 squared is 0 plus 2 is 2. 1 squared is 1 plus 2 is 3. 2 squared is 4 plus 2 is 6. And similarly, using those negative values, the whole thing has been moved up by 2. So there, in red, is y equals x squared plus 2. I've moved it all up by 2. Now if I want to move it down, similarly I can just take off something from each of these values. So in black here, I'll do y equals x squared minus 5. I'm just moving every point down by 5. So when x is 0, 0 squared is 0, minus 5 is negative 5. 1 squared is 1, minus 5 is negative 4. And 2 squared is 4, minus 5 is negative 1. Similarly, on the other side, we're going to get that beautiful symmetry which goes with our parabola. And there in black is y equals x squared minus 5. It's my original pencil parabola in grey, moved down by 5. X squared plus 2 is my original pencil parabola, moved up by 2. So if I want to go up or down, it's y equals x squared plus something for up, or minus something for down. And that'll move it all up by c and down by c. And you notice for each of them, from the vertex, again, it's just across 1 and up 1, across 2 and up 4, and it's got that symmetry. So that's allowed me to move up and down. Now the other way I might want to move it is left and right. So to move left or right, instead of adding or subtracting something after I've squared, I'm going to add or subtract before I square. So let's have a look at how would I get this parabola here. It's moved 3 to the right. Everything's just moved along 3 this way. Okay. So here it's y equals x minus 3 all squared. That's moved it 3 to the right. Now it seems a little bit strange over here, adding 2 to x squared moved it up, taking off 5 here moved it down, but here taking off 3 has moved it to the right. Why has it gone to the right? Well, let's think about when x equals 3, y will equal 3 minus 3 squared, which is 0 squared, or 0. So that's moved across 3. When x equals 4, y is 4 minus 3 squared, which is 1 squared, which is 1. So this seems a little counterintuitive, but subtracting here is going to move me to the right. Think about what's happening to that vertex. How do I get that vertex again? Alright, so I can have y equals x plus b squared, or y equals x minus b all squared, That second one's going right. The first one goes left. Now a combination of these two, up and down and left and right, will allow me to move that standard parabola anywhere. I can move it down to here. Okay, this is at the point -5, and that's also -5. Okay, here's my vertex moved down to there. And again, I'm going across 1 and up 1, across 2 and up 4, across 3 and up 9 if I wanted to extend it all the way up. I've moved it how far left? I've moved it 5 left, so I want to go x plus 5 squared. And I've also moved it 5, but 5 down, so I moved it left and then I moved it down. That was my down move of 5. This here's my left move of 5. And that's how we take our standard parabola y equals x squared and move it around.